Hi, first graders. Today is Tuesday, August 18th, 2020, and this is our lesson on Social Studies, Module 1.01, and also our closing, which includes calendar time, where we go over our calendar activities, we go over time, and we review money. And we also do a read aloud. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Yesterday in social studies, we learned that rules tell you what you should do or what you should not do. For example, there are speed limit signs posted on the roads, and they tell us what speed we should go. So if it says 45 miles an hour, it is telling us that we should not drive our cars above 45 miles an hour. At school, there are signs that say no talking in the hallways. That's telling us what we should not do. So it's saying in the hallway, our voices are off. So rules tell us what we should and what we should not do. Also, talking about authority figures. Yesterday we learned that authority figures enforce rules. That means they make us follow the rules. And at school, our authority figures are our teachers and our principal. They make sure that our school is run properly by enforcing the rules. Now, police officers enforce the rules in our community and in public. So they make sure that people are driving at safe distances, and they catch robbers and keep robbers from breaking into places. And our parents or guardians enforce rules at home, like brushing our teeth and giving us a bedtime. So there are different authority figures based off of where you are. Your parents or guardians' authority figures is their boss. So whoever they work for makes sure and enforces the rules that they are doing their job. In this picture right here, we're going to play I Spy. So I Spy. You're going to look at these 4 pictures that are inside of a school, and you're going to see what rules are being followed, what rules are being broken, and we're going to talk about consequences again. Remember, a consequence is a punishment or an effect from not following the rules. So I'm going to give you about 30 seconds to look at these 4 pictures, and then we will continue. Remember, you are spying for rules at school. Okay, boys and girls, what is a rule that is being followed? Oh, awesome. A student is raising their hand. Yes, that is being respectful. That is exactly what we want. What is another rule that is being followed at school? Yeah, they're sitting down at the lunch table, talking, not playing with their food. Okay, now what are some rules that are not being followed? We have the students climbing on the table. That is not okay. What could happen from them standing on the table? What could be a consequence? They could fall. They could get hurt. Yes, that is a consequence that could happen. They could also get in trouble, right? If their teacher or principal caught them, they could get in trouble and lose a privilege such as recess time. Another person not following the rules is this person right here. They are running in the hallway. And we know that running in the hallway is not safe because you could hurt yourself or hurt others. It is also a distraction. And up here, we have kids throwing paper airplanes at the teacher. That is not very nice. That is not following the rules. You could hurt the other person, and it is a distraction. That is the end of our social studies lesson. We had done a majority of it yesterday, so please make sure you go and check out Module 1.01 if you need to, and if not, if you have already completed it all and you feel good, go ahead and take the Module 1.01 quiz for social studies. I'm going to share my screen again, and we are going to do our calendar time. Just getting it pulled up. Okay, boys and girls, while we are waiting for this to get, we're going to review the months of the year by our song, and I want you to be keeping track so I can call on somebody and you can tell me how many months are in the year. Here we go. January, February, March, and April, May, June, July, and August, September, October, November, and December. These are the months of the year. Yeehaw! Good job. How many months are in a year? 12 months are in a year.
Yippee! It's August 2020. Let's make a calendar.
Okay, let's say it. It is August 2020. This is the month and this is the year. August is the 8th month of the year. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. 8th month out of 12.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
They just went over the days of the week. There are 7 days in a week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
What day of the week is it today?
What day of the week is it today? It is
Great job! Today is Tuesday, August 18th, 2020.
Today is Tuesday, August 18th, 2020. We are going to find the missing day of the week and the missing date. We're going to start with the missing day of the week. So to figure it out, yesterday was Monday, and we know that because it is behind this missing day, and tomorrow will be Wednesday, and we know that because the missing day, or the day in the future, is right beside it and forward. So today's
Tuesday.
It is Tuesday. For the date, yesterday was the 17th, tomorrow will be the 19th, so today is
18th. Great job!
Yay! That's the end of our calendar portion of calendar time. We're now going to go over, which hopefully, here we go. We're going to do clocks.
What is the time?
Remember, you are listening and watching, and we are just learning how to tell time. So first, boys and girls, we always look at our short arrow because the short arrow is the hour hand. And we see at what hour is it pointing to. And it's pointing at the 3, so it's in the 3 o'clock hour. Our long hand, that is our minute hand, is touching the 12. That means it is a new hour and 0 minutes have started in the 3 o'clock hour. So it is 3 o'clock.
Good job! It is 3 o'clock. Yeah!
What is the time?
Okay, remember we always look at the shorthand, that's our hour hand first, and it's between two numbers. That means we always have to go with the smaller or less than number going back instead of forward, and it is in the 5 5 o'clock hour. Now we look at what the minute hand is touching. The minute hand is touching the 6. That means it is half past an hour. There are 60 minutes in an hour, so 30 minutes have passed because it's half. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 25 minutes, 30 minutes. So it is 5:30.
Awesome. It is 5:30. Yeah.
What is the time?
Remember, we always look at our hour hand first. That's the shorthand, and it is pointing at the 9. So it is in the 9th hour, and our minute hand, that's the long hand, is pointing at the 12, which means it's a brand new hour and no minutes have passed. So it is 9 o'clock.
All right. It is 9 o'clock.
One o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, tick tock. 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, tick tock. 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, tick tock. 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, tick tock.
That is the end of our time portion of calendar time. We're now going to review money. Yesterday we learned about a new coin. We learned about the dime. This is a dime. It's the smallest in size, but not in worth, because the penny is the smallest in worth. It is silver, just like a nickel, and it has FDR, that's Franklin Delano Roosevelt, on the front, and it has the olive branch and the torch on the back, and it is worth 10 cents. So right now, what we have is one dime in our piggy bank. So one coin, and it's worth 10 cents because before today, we have been in school 10 days. Today, we need to add a coin to our piggy bank. So we have 11 cents in it to represent the 11th day of school. What coin is worth 1 cent that we should add to our piggy bank? A penny. A penny is the smallest in worth, value. The dime is the smallest in size, and the penny is the smallest in worth. It is copper in color. We have Abraham Lincoln on the front, the Lincoln Memorial on the back, and it is worth 1 cent. 10 dimes equals $1, and 100 pennies equals $1. Right now we have 2 coins in our piggy bank, a dime and a penny, and together they equal 11 cents. Boys and girls, we have learned about one other coin so far this year, and it is called the nickel. It has Thomas Jefferson on the head side, and it has the Monticello, which is where he lived, on the tail side. And it is silver in color, like the dime, and it is worth 5 cents. 20 dimes equals $1. That's the end of our money portion and calendar portion of our meeting. I'm going to finish with our read aloud, which is The True Story of the Three Little Pigs, as told by John Shyska and illustrated by Lane Smith. Everybody knows the story of the Three Little Pigs, or at least they think they do. But I'll let you in on a little secret. Nobody knows the real story because nobody has ever heard my side of the story. I'm the wolf, Alexander T. Wolf. You can call me Al. I don't know how this whole big bad wolf thing got started, but it's all wrong. Maybe it's because of our diet. Hey, it's not my fault wolves eat cute little animals like bunnies and sheep and pigs. That's just the way we are. If cheeseburgers were cute, folks would probably think you were the big bad wolf too. But like I was saying, the whole big bad wolf thing is all wrong. The real story is about a sneeze, and a cup of sugar. This is the real story. Way back in once upon a time, I was making a birthday cake for my dear old granny. I had a terrible sneezing cold. I ran out of sugar. So I walked down the street to ask my neighbor for a cup of sugar. Now this neighbor was a pig, and he wasn't too bright either. He had built his whole house out of straw. Can you believe it? I mean, who in his right mind would build a house out of straw? So, of course, the minute I knocked on the door, it fell right in. I didn't want to just walk into someone else's house, so I called, "Little pig, little pig, are you in?" No answer. I was just about to go home without the cup of sugar for my dear old granny's birthday cake. That's when my nose started to itch. I felt a sneeze coming on while I huffed and I snuffed and I sneezed a great sneeze. And you know what? That whole straw house fell down. And right in the middle of the pile of straw was the first little pig, dead as a doornail. He had been home the whole time. It seemed like a shame to leave a perfectly good ham dinner lying there in the straw, so I ate it up. Think of it as a big cheeseburger just lying there. I was feeling a little better, but I still didn't have my cup of sugar, so I went to the next neighbor's house. This neighbor was the first little pig's brother. He was a little smarter, but not so much. He had built his house of sticks. I rang the bell on the stick house. Nobody answered. I called, "Mr. Pig, Mr. Pig, are you in?" He yelled back, "Go away, wolf. You can't come in. I'm shaving the hairs on my chinny chin. I just grabbed the doorknob when I felt another sneeze coming on. I huffed and I snuffed and I tried to cover my mouth, but I sneezed a great sneeze. And you're not going to believe it, but this guy's house fell down just like his brother's. When the dust cleared, there was the second little pig, dead as a doornail. Wolf's honor. Now, food will spoil if you just leave it out in the open. So I guess the only thing there was to do, I had dinner again. Think of it as a second helping. I was getting awfully full, but my cold was feeling a little better, and I still didn't have a cup of sugar for my dear old granny's birthday cake. So I went to the next house. This guy was the first and second little pig's brother. He must have been the brains of the family. He had built his house out of bricks. I knocked on the brick house, no answer. I called, "Mr. Pig, Mr. Pig, are you in?" And do you know what that rude little porker answered? "Get out of here, wolf. Don't bother me again." Talk about impolite. He probably had a whole sack full of sugar, and he wouldn't even give me one little cup for my dear sweet old granny's birthday cake. What a pig. I was just about to go home and maybe make a nice birthday card instead of a cake when I felt my cold coming on. I huffed and I snuffed and I sneezed once again. Then the third little pig yelled, "And your old granny can sit on a pin." Now, I'm usually a pretty calm fellow, but when somebody talks about my granny like that, I go a little crazy. When the cops drove up, of course I was trying to break down this pig's door, and the whole time I was huffing and puffing and sneezing and making a real scene. The rest, as they say, is history. The news reporters found out about the two pigs I had for dinner. They figured a sick guy going to borrow a cup of sugar didn't sound very exciting. So they jazzed up the story with all of that huff and puff and blow your house down, and they made me the big bad wolf. That's it. The real story was I was brained. But maybe you could loan me a cup of sugar. Now, what side do you believe? Do you believe the big bad wolf side, or do you believe the three little pigs? Let me know. Have a wonderful day. Please don't forget to take your module 1.01 social studies quiz. See you tomorrow.